Hello students, good afternoon. Yesterday we have learned then the food preservation, how we can preserve our food from the microorganisms. There is a different method I told you, that is a chemical method, preservation by salt. In that if we will use salt, then we can preserve our food from the microorganisms. Then preservation by the sugar. Using we are using their sugar in the food, then moisture will be increased, then due to this one microorganisms will spoiled. By preservation by using oil and vinegar. By when we are keeping that our food in oil and vinegar, then we can keep it safe. For example, pickle. Then pasteurization. Pasteurization is the process of the preservation of the milk. Now next, by cooling and the freezing, that when we are keeping our food in the cooling and freezing, then also we can preserve from the microorganisms. Vacuum packing, that if we are taking our food in the vacuum, that free from the moisture, then also that is the reason for the preservation from the microorganisms. Preservation by heating, yes, when we keep our food properly at boiling of a milk at time to time, then we can preserve it from the microorganisms. Now next, by the dehydration. Dehydration, that is the removing of the water from the substances, that is a dehydration. When we are drying that food in the sunlight, then after this one, that microorganisms will die. That's why we can preserve our food. These are the different methods how we can preserve our food. Now next, our advantages of the food preservation. That it decreases the wastage of the food by avoiding spoilage. It increases the storage period of the food material. Nutritional value of the food is retained for a long time. For a long time we can store that food. That is, the nutrition will be remain in the food, that ensure the food availability at the distant places and during the season of. Then after, for the many times we can leave that food safely, free from the microorganisms. Next topic, our nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle is needed for the formation of protein, amino acid and nucleic acid. This one is the nitrogen cycle. We will read about this one, that how we can use this nitrogen by the atmosphere and by the plant animals. There is a needed for formation of protein, amino acid and nucleic acid. This type of the compound we will form by using the nitrogen. The cycle process of nitrogen being fixed, used by plant, animal and the later return to the atmosphere is referred to as a nitrogen cycle. That in this cycle we will reading that the nitrogen we will use, then used by the plant and animal, then it will be returned in the atmosphere. That this complete cycle is known as the nitrogen cycle. Now we will read how this one take place. It involves the following steps: nitrogen fixation, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification and denitrification. Different step of the nitrogen cycle. First is nitrogen fixation, second nitrogen assimilation, then ammonification, then nitrification and denitrification. Now we will read in detail nitrogen fixation. What is nitrogen fixation? That is a nitrogen fixation, converting of the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrous compound is called nitrogen fixation. Now our atmosphere has 78% nitrogen gas. Plant animal can't take atmospheric nitrogen directly, so it has been first converted into useful nitrogen compound which can be easily absorbed. The conversion of free atmospheric nitrogen into nitrous compound is called the nitrogen fixation. Understood? Nitrogen, that is a plant and animal can't be take directly from the atmosphere this nitrogen, so this need to convert this nitrogen into useful nitrogen. Then the process in which that the atmospheric nitrogen converting into nitrous compound is called nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation occur by the following two ways. One is the lightning and second is the biological nitrogen fixation. In this process, when the lightning strike, nitrogen and oxygen of atmosphere react and form the oxide of nitrogen. Like this one, nitrogen and oxygen react with each other in presence of the lightning, then it will form the oxide of nitrogen. This dissolve in rainwater and form nitric acid. That this compound is react with the rainwater oxygen, then it will form the nitric acid. Then nitric acid react with limestone in the soil, then convert into nitrite. That after this one there is a limestone and here is a nitric acid. After both are reacting with each other, then it will make calcium nitride, and this one form nitrate, and this one is the used by the plant from the soil. Now next, biological nitrogen fixation. Certain plants such as pea, beans, pulses contain the Ribosome bacteria in their root nodules. The bacteria can take atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into nitrogen compound. Some cyanobacteria like Nostoc and Anabaena also fixed atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Yes, what is Rhizobacterium bacteria? In last chapter also you have done about this bacteria. This bacteria that is used to convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogen compound. Then plant will use that nitrogen compound with the help of the soil. Now next, our nitrogen assimilation. Nitrogen assimilation, that process in which inorganic nitrogen convert into organic compound. Plant absorb nitrate from the soil with water with the help of root, convert them into the plant protein. The herbivorous plant animal eat green plant, convert the plant protein into animal protein. The herbivorous animals are then eaten by the carnivorous animals. The process of the conversion of the inorganic nitrogen compound into the organic compound and become a part of the living organism is called nitrogen assimilation. Understood? That is the process of conversion of inorganic to organic compound is known as the nitrogen assimilation. Now ammonification, that converting that protein into ammonia, that is the ammonification. When plant animal die, then the proteins present in them are converting into ammonium compound by purifying bacteria and fungi found in soil. This process is called ammonification. We can define ammonification as conversion of complex organic compounds like proteins into ammonia. Now next, our nitrification. Ammonium salt in the soil is converted first into nitrates by nitrosome bacteria, and the nitrates are then converted into nitrates by the nitrobacter bacteria. This bacteria are called nitrifying bacteria. The nitrates so formed in soil can once again be observed by the plant, and this process is called nitrification. The conversion of ammonia into the nitrates, that is the nitrification. Here that is the converting into ammonia, then after this ammonia again converting into nitrates, nitrogen compound, that is the nitrification. Now next, last process is the denitrification. Some of nitrates are absorbed by the plant. Rest of nitrate in the soil are converted by the Pseudomonas bacteria into the nitrogen gas, which escape into the atmosphere. Now from these nitrates then again converted into nitrogen gas, and this nitrogen gas will come into the atmosphere. That this process is known as the denitrification. The conversion of the nitrate into free nitrogen gas by denitrifying bacteria is called denitrification. Thus the nitrogen cycle maintains the percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere more or less constant. That is the denitrification. Yes, now this chapter is completed. In this chapter you have done about that is the microorganisms, group of microorganisms, and the useful and harmful effect of the microorganisms. Now for your homework you have complete this exercise. This exercise you have to complete in your fair notebook. Up to here short answer question. Now this chapter will come in your test, first and second chapter, so complete it carefully. Then tomorrow I will give an assignment of this topic. Okay.